Asenathi Ntlabakanye opens up on attending Kamp Daandraad and an eye-opening experience with Springboks. Asenathi Ntlabakanye has given his verdict on the personal training sessions, which he received from Springboks scrum coach Don Human on his farm in Bloemfontein earlier this year. At the end of June, in the build-up to South Africa's mid-year internationals against Italy and Georgia, Boks head coach Rassie Erasmus revealed that Lions tight head prop Ntlabakanye and Bulls and Boks utility forward Jan Hendrik Wessels were both put through their paces on Human's farm, and that the former eventually shed between 15 and 18 kilograms. And Ntlabakanye, who would go on to make his debut for the Springboks in their 45-0 triumph over the Azeri in Gqeberha in July, has now opened up on how it happened that he ended up at Human's farm for the training sessions, which Erasmus dubbed Kamp Daandraad in a Twitter post at the time. Coach Don, the first time I went to his camp, not his camp, his farm. I think it was somewhere in May because we, the Lions, got knocked out early out of the URC, he told the Behind the Ruck podcast. So I spent some time down in Bloemfontein with him. So I'm kind of nervous going down there because I didn't really know what to expect. Because the first time we got there I was like, okay, what time are we going to gym? And he was like, gym, ons gaan plaas we're going to the farm. The 26-year-old went on to explain that he ended up on Human's farm due to the Springboks management. Keep yourself active. So it was like a message through Coach Rassie Erasmus and Coach Chala, Springboks team manager Charles Wessels, saying just to keep yourself active because the other guys were playing. URC playoffs. It was still playoffs. So the Sharks were busy, the Stormers were busy, and the Bulls were also busy. The Lions were the only union that were knocked out, and I didn't really want to go on holiday for 2 or 3 weeks and then join up with the Boks. So I was like, no, I might as well just keep myself busy for the next 2 to 3 weeks and try to better myself in the part where I think I can really improve on. And then Coach Don said, I can bring him down to Bloem for a few weeks and then see how he handles it. The 26-year-old went on to explain in detail what was then done during those training sessions with Human. We created kind of our own space in a way, because we didn't really want to be in public, said Ntlabakanye. So we used what we had around us. The routine would look like this. Early morning, obviously stayed inside Bloem and then drive to the farm. It is a bit of a distance. So we drive in the morning and then cycle, not literally cycle, the bike around the farm to see how things are going and just to keep yourself busy and do some ball work as well. Core stuff, those are pull-ups, the holding ones which are pretty tough. But then he's actually got a lot of stuff in his farm as well that you can make a lot of, with scrummaging and stuff. It was pretty tough. There's a lot of carrying stuff. There's a nice hill where he made me kind of run up and down, but it was pretty tough, but he made it very enjoyable. He's a very, very good human being. He's a very good man. I met his family as well, lovely family. So I got to spend a lot of time with him as well, and he's a very, very good man. Ntlabakanye said Human is a man of action who has played a massive role in his personal development as a player, and he is grateful for the impact which the coach has made on his career. He really is not a big believer in talking stuff. It's really all about action, he explained. You say you want to get better. How do you get better? It's by working. So that has improved for me, and especially in that aspect of the game. Because I always thought that's something that's probably missing from my game, and to have such a good coach that has worked with me, now just to improve my game in that aspect of the game. He was very special for me, and he still is very special. I'm still learning to this day. But like you said, he's not a big believer in talking. Let's get the work done, then you reap the rewards. Human has become a cult-like figure amongst South African rugby fans due to his love of the scrum, which was brilliantly captured during the Chasing the Sun 2 docuseries. During the series, he famously stated that he does not believe in scrum machines as they don't push back, with the Springboks forwards always performing live scrums in training. Human, who played as prop for the Boks, Cheetahs, Stormers and Toulouse during his playing career, has also done some radical things during his time as the world champion's scrum coach, like jumping onto the players' backs while they were scrummaging. Good advice from Asenathi Ntlabakanye revealed that he wasn't aware of what to expect from Human's coaching methods, although some words of advice from fellow Boks front row Asenathi during one of his early scrummaging sessions with the world champions gave him a hint of what's to come. So we did that actually, funnily enough, when we were here in Joburg for the preseason thingy for the Boks, he said. When you have 2 sessions a day, one session would be the early morning, one would be the scrums and the set piece. So it was my first rodeo. So I didn't know what to expect, but Ox told me, hey, look, you better bite Vass, hang in there. So I didn't know what to expect. Then we went 3-on-3, then 5-on-5, then went 6-on-6, and then went to the full pack. And Human says, slide in. I was like, okay. This is something that you're used to as props, something we do as warm-ups. Slide in, and then I just see him climbing. He's climbing on top and he's pulling other Oaks guys from the side. He's asking guys to pull the flankers. He's just trying to make sure everything is as tight as possible. And that's when for me I was like, yo, okay, there's still a lot of work to do. There's still a lot of learnings to do. So it was an eye-opening experience for me to be in that environment.